Hey everybody, we are back again with another episode of Dynasty Queens. I'm your host, Nia J, beautiful co-host,
Pamela Nicole. What's up, guys?
You guys, today is a very special episode. It marks our
100th episode
of Dynasty Queens.
It's amazing.
Can you imagine that?
It's amazing.
So we've actually taken these crowns off for 100 times, you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
And I feel like we already have such nostalgic moments.
Yeah, for sure.
We've been doing this for over 2.5 years now, so close to 3 years. So we appreciate the support, and thank you so much, guys, for tuning in with us for 100 and counting.
Right? I love that, 100 and counting.
100 and counting.
Absolutely.
Pam, I just wanted to sit here, and I wanted to, before we get into like some of our favorite moments of the show, I wanted to thank you so much for partaking on this journey with me.
Girl, absolutely.
I did want to share a little bit that, we've had not really tumultuous times. It's been pretty smooth, but I know we've had maybe some delays in filming in the beginning years. Then we kind of got on a really steady pace.
Yes.
We've had really great guests and stuff, but you've been along for the ride with us here. And of course, our production team, King Rush Productions. We have to definitely, of course, shout them out, because none of this would be possible without King Rush Productions, Fred Rush. So
yes,
thank you so much. But yeah, I love you.
I love you.
And yes.
And to many, many more episodes, many more
episodes. Yes, I can get that out the way first. Just my little...
I love that. From like humble beginnings, like if y'all tune into our Instagram lives back during COVID times to where we are now, like we've done so much growth.
Yes,
in our journey. And
we definitely have.
We've learned a lot along the way. There's a lot of people that, I for sure have taken a lot of, notes, mental notes and things from as far as growing businesses, helping with our mental health and relationships and like everything, it's been such a well-rounded journey.
It has.
You know what I mean?
Very well-rounded.
Oh, yes.
So who is, I guess, we can start talking about different guests that really stood out to you. Who is a guest that you thought was really informative and really shared a lot of really, really good information with the audience?
Woo.
Someone that definitely stood out.
Out of all of the seasons we've done. Let's see.
Because I'm picking up a couple people right now that just really, I was like, okay.
I would say in the season that I'm in right now currently, Miss Tamara really just struck. She hit everything that I'm like going through with everything in my life. So
got you
saw that the behind the scenes after that aftermath. I broke down.
Yes,
Literally
you had a moment
down, and it just when someone can actually touch your spirit and touch your soul and just everything, and just kind of you feel like they're actually talking to you personally. And they know your journey, and it's a complete stranger, and they know the ins and outs of what you're going through without knowing is wild to me. So the fact that she was, letting us know different exercises and different techniques, and that the fact that it spoke to me and my situations, it was just a beautiful thing, honestly.
Well, I definitely feel you. There were a couple people that stood out to me. I really enjoyed the young lady that had the travel business for women with children. Oh, yeah. Remember her a couple seasons ago? Yes. She was I really liked that. I like how, we've had a lot of really, really dope entrepreneurs and women that are trying to advocate for other women. And we've had some interesting people too. We've had porn stars on the show. We've had ministers. We've had all kind of, and everything in between. But definitely Jordan Max.
Oh, she was Jordan. Absolutely.
She definitely stood out to me.
Yeah, that's my girl. Like me, after the show, like me and her actually we're good friends. So
I love that.
She's a great girl.
She was a vibe for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then my friend Adiba that came on the show, and you went through the humbling experience of raising Emery and and being a part of that was, seeing her grow and be able to tell that story to the world, because she was on Tamron Hall as well.
Right, exactly.
Is just amazing when you see people you know and you love make it. It's just like, whew,
yeah, definitely.
you know,
Definitely,
it's a beautiful
for sure.
thing.
And then I can't forget, I believe it was season 2, we played a really fun game with Shar, the hairstylist. That was pretty fun. I think we should probably do some more interactive things. And we have over different seasons, but I really enjoyed that game that we did with Shar. So she was cool. But yeah, we've had a lot of really cool guests and stuff. Are there any moments, and you don't have to say a guest name, any moments that you were kind of like, well, this person's kind of not vibing in the Dynasty house?
Yeah, you know, I've definitely had where the energy's been off with a guest.
With a guest.
You know, and
Okay.
you know, you're the only one that knew, like, off rip, like, what was going on. But, you know, the show must go on.
The show must go on.
You know, you got to keep it professional and everything. So I will say, like, for me personally, if the energy ain't matching or something is off with your spirit or your energy,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do what I got to do. You know, this is our job, you know.
For sure.
I'm going to keep it trucking. So, but what about you?
I believe there was someone that we were supposed to interview, right?
Yeah.
This person never made it to air. So I can definitely talk about it. Once again, I'm not going to say any names, but I can definitely talk about it.
Of course.
But it was just a weird situation where they didn't want to simply abide by the guidelines of the show in regards to dress code and stuff to that nature. And because of that, we just could not proceed with the filming because, you know, belligerent for no reason. We just met you like,
attitude for days.
So
okay.
That was a piece of content that, you know, we had to scrap and we had to, you know, fill a hole, a void for that particular segment. But honestly, all of this, you know, watch hours, views and stuff, it's great. However, we're not going to compromise the good karma and energy and feelings that we have before we start filming and shooting.
Absolutely.
If the energy is negative, even if you are an in-person guest, please leave and exit stage left, honestly.
Go.
Because we're not going to do it. You know?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a safe space for our not customers, our guests. This is supposed to be a safe space for our guests.
Absolutely.
You know? And if they don't feel comfortable, let us know. But I think we've always really welcomed our guests. And they've always, what I tend to hear is when we wrap a show, is they're like, wow, that was so fun. You ladies were so great and professional. And that's typically what I've heard.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
right? So if, you know, this goes both ways. If a guest ever feels uncomfortable on the show, please let us know in the moment. We can stop filming and, you know, do that. But we've never had that issue.
Ever.
But the same has to be reciprocated. Like, we will match the energy.
Oh, absolutely.
And if it's not going to work, then you can leave the set.
Yeah.
It's that's simple. But we love everybody that's been on the show. But yeah, that was someone, she never made it. We never made it to air because of all the discrepancies beforehand. So, yeah, you know, you have to deal with difficult folks, but you have to know, like,
you gotta the time and place
nip it in the bud.
Exactly.
Pretty much. So,
what would you say for yourself is a guest that we had that you took something from that you incorporate in your everyday life?
Wow. That I took from that I incorporate into my everyday life. I definitely think we already mentioned Adiba. Her story really inspired me. You know, she didn't let the adversities of dealing with, you know, a daughter with special needs or anything get in the way or hinder her from her journey. But something in particular, that's such a good question. We've had several guests mention things to the effect of, like, don't let people have power over you, stuff like that.
Definitely.
Over, like, your attitude, demeanor. We've interviewed so many amazing women. I remember there was a minister that we interviewed. I forgot her name.
Was it from season 1?
Yeah, or season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah, from season 2. She was saying some really good stuff about just protecting your energy and not letting people, you know, I think that's really, really important.
I think that was Felicia, actually, my good friend Felicia, that the one in Cali.
Oh, okay.
That was the minister.
Oh, she definitely said some stuff like that too. Yeah, she was awesome. I forgot about her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was, because we've interviewed a couple ministers.
Yeah, we have.
Right, yeah. But I loved her too.
Yeah, she was
like, the exotic dancer / minister.
Yeah.
She was a really good one. Yeah.
And I definitely, for me, like, Felicia, like I've told you before, Felicia is a friend of mine. And because, you know, she is not your typical minister. She's like tatted up. She's got like the, like, you know, pink je ne sais quoi, you know, like she had the pink hair. Like, you remember back in the day when Pink first came out, like she had that look and that like, that grit. So you don't usually see that from a minister. So the fact that she was so comfortable being herself, come as you are, as the Lord says.
Yes, exactly.
Literally, she is the divine definition of come as you are.
Come as you are, for sure.
Piercings, tats, crazy nails, you know, whatever.
Right.
So I definitely take a lot of what she said and put it into my everyday.
Yes. And then also, we've had so many really dope women that were into like flipping homes and real estate, and people that really had the chance to come on this platform and share, you know, what they do in their entrepreneurial space, the highs, the lows. Even from this current season, you guys will see people that match that description. But we've had so many women that I always respect the ones that flip homes.
Oh, for sure.
You know, that one lady that we talked to a couple seasons ago where she was really laying the foundation of, okay, if you want to get into flipping homes, or, you know, here's what you can do, you know, how to get your wholesale. She like went through all like the rundowns, the tips, the tricks. So yeah, she's like, call your favorite entrepreneur or something. Follow her on Instagram. So
definitely.
Yeah. She was really dope. We've had a couple that came on here and talked about financial literacy and education.
Super important.
You know,
Definitely.
Had some good ones. We had Danielle Jeter. She was a really good guest that we had. So
absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of information that people can take with them. Now, what do you want to see more of? Like, what do you think we should incorporate?
You know, I think more like the taboo type things. I am such an avid believer in talking about things that people are just very hush hush on. So like, if we can get more like, you know, authors that are into like erotic, you know, literature.
We've had some of them too.
Oh yeah,
we have.
And like erotic films, you know, and just being open with their sexuality. I would absolutely love that, just to see a little bit more of that, as well as, you know, the younger like groups too. Like I'd like to see some, you know, younger like 18, 19-year-old kids like starting up and having that level-headed mindedness. They know exactly what to do, and they're just, you know, they're old souls and know what exactly what's going on.
That kind of reminded me of like Nia Jolie when we interviewed her. She was a good one.
She
was
younger.
I
remember Sydney too, my baby sister.
Yes,
you know, she was brilliant.
World.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know what really was like impactful for me was Nina. Yeah, let me tell you why she was so impactful, because I remember you've been on that journey with me. I went from absolutely nothing, like barely making it. You were there in that season with me.
I was there with you.
And to come from that and to look back and be able to discuss things with someone that, you know, is able to like buy the Versace's, the Pradas, the, you know, the Gucci's, and actually be able to be in that space and be like, you know what, I can relate to you because I have that as well, is crazy.
Yes,
like,
I
just
agree.
the growth from having nothing to where we both have come so far.
Diversity.
Yeah.
So being able to relate with someone, and that's really, I like you said that, because Nina was a very inspirational and motivational guest that we had. You know, and we love drip talk, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think that you're absolutely right, you know, just leaving that impact and being able to relate with the person, you know, while they're on their journey. So yeah, she was really cool.
Today's episode of Dynasty Queens is brought to you by Drip Talk, the newest, hottest trend in fashion. You guys, if you love fashion, being a trendsetter, looking your best, you can have it all in the palm of your hand. This Drip Talk app is what it's about. Fresh trends in fashion. Please believe me, we know what's up. Whether you're into streetwear, you know, the chic style, it doesn't matter. You can be going out a night in the town. We got you. Make sure you check us out. Browse this app. It's at just the drop and click of the tap of the screen. Let's roll. Drip Talk.
And you know what the best part of it too is? It's not just about discovering new fashion. It's about the community. It's a full-on community. So you can follow your favorite content creators. You can get tips and tricks to your fashion, whatever you want to do. And on top of that, you know, you can level up your style.
Right.
You know, it's a great thing. So Y'all go ahead and download the Drip Top app. You can get it on Google Play and the App Store, the Apple Store. And go ahead and look it up. It's Drip Top, DRIPTOCK, and level up your style today. Also, go ahead and visit the website at www.driptop.com, or you can go ahead and scan the QR code right here on our screen. Y'all, don't forget, stay bold, stay fresh, and stay all together with Drip Top.
I did, when you mentioned like film and stuff, Dominique Janelle, she was really dope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was a vibe.
A whole vibe.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to have to come back. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
a lot of fun.
Right. I just like, being interactive a lot of the time with our guests. We've done segments with makeup, with like Face by Corey.
Oh, yeah. Corey was that was so much fun too.
Right. A lot of fun. So, I think interacting with the guests is what really gets me like, okay,
exactly.
Let's do it.
It's fun. It's a game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we definitely need to like incorporate more, cook. We could do more like chefs cooking. I love to cook anyways, but I would love to have like a chef.
We should definitely have. Yeah, we need a dope chef.
Yes,
to stop by the Dynasty house, please whip us up some meals and let's get to it. Yeah, for sure. And I was also going to mention, I love putting the guest on spot. Like when they're artists, like when they're entertainers, like, okay, well, let's go ahead and see what you got. And for some reason, these people that are performed in front of all these folks, they sounded just good a little for a moment. They're like, look, okay, well, let's get to it. So I love featuring the guests, so they can shine and do their thing. Because at the end of the day, I love when we do solo episodes. Yes. It's really great. It keeps the audience engaged with us. But we love to showcase our beautiful women, our business mindseted, goal-driven, oriented, focused women that are really out here doing the damn thing. So that is the purpose of the whole show. No matter, regardless of what you're doing, like, shine, have your moment.
Absolutely.
So that's why I like putting them on spot, because I think it can help,
it does,
people with their platforms too.
Now, you know who the on-the-spot one, that was one of my favorites?
Who is that?
LSD. It was bam, 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 bam. Like, oh, I like this.
Oh, yeah.
Right. She came with a cipher.
My wow.
Yeah, she was hot and ready, baby.
Absolutely. Hot and ready. And then we've also interviewed people who do a lot in the community. Remember, like the Eli Lou twins and stuff, doing a lot for the arts and entertainment. So just going back to, that was like first season, but we've had some really, really awesome moments on the show.
I'm still in awe that it's been 100 episodes.
Right.
Like, really, like, where did the time go?
Where has the time gone? Yeah,
man.
So we've had, it's so many people that we've interviewed. Someone else that stands out to me, like off the top of my head, your friends, the pole instructors, they were really cool.
Oh,
yes. They were really dope.
But, you learned a little bit about, your body, just letting go. And that's so important for like feminine energy, just, grasping your feminine energy and loving yourself.
Exactly.
This is such a dog eat dog world. Like you go on the internet and people are just awful for no reason. And it's hard. I know, like when you go to the gym and stuff, I know there's probably people that are really nervous about, let me take off this jacket so I can work out their body. They're just not very comfortable in their own skin. And I know with, Hunter and Kim talking about, letting that go and exploring your body touch, like you said in another episode, you were talking about only I can feel this. Only I can feel what's going on here in my skin. It's the same exact thing. So it's just such an empowering feeling to love yourself.
Yeah. I think that's very true. So what do you think? What's a message? What are 3 main messages that Dynasty Queens has really portrayed to the public?
Oh, wow. That's a great question, babe.
And have we been on target with what we're trying to portray to the public?
That's a great question. And y'all also and comment.
Let us know.
Please
comment. Yes. What do you guys want to see more of when it comes to topics on the show? We're always open to it because at the end of the day, This is a service.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
This is giving back. This is a time to give women their chance, like I said, to shine, to talk about their businesses, to talk about what they have going on in their lives, to show what women are doing around the world. You know, we've interviewed people from different countries that have moved to America and started new businesses and new lives. And just hearing all these women's stories, it's like, it's very impactful. It's touching.
Absolutely.
And the culture needs something like this right now.
3 things, like you were asking. Philanthropy is definitely one of those key things, just depending on like what city you're in. I mean, all cities need help and assistance and, you know, love and everything, but there's something about when we come to Philly and we talk to philanthropists and we talk about like the struggles that the city has and how much these people love their city. I have never been somewhere and met such like a different array of people that every single person is like, I love my city.
They really ride for their
city. They really do.
And
they know what's going on, the bad, and they want to make it good. They know what's good, and they're doing everything they can for the community. But I am such an avid believer in helping your fellow man and woman and the community, because it takes a village.
It definitely does. It takes a village. Yeah,
you know.
Sure.
I think also we've had all walks of life on this show. We've had big, beautiful women on this show. We've had every size, shape, color.
That's very true.
You know, of woman on this show, and I love representation, and I think I would even like to explore even more. I know in the future we'll definitely have a lot more array of beautiful women on this show. So I definitely think as a collective we need to continue to embrace that. And I think we've done a great job so far.
You're so right. That's such a good one. I'm definitely gonna let you continue, but that's such a good one. Like, we've had so many different type of women, different nationalities, races, cultures, religions, you know, walks of life, age groups. It does not matter. It doesn't. No, you are welcome to the Dynasty House to talk about what you have going on.
We've got all kinds of queens, all kinds of queens, you know.
Yes, I love that one.
And I love that, you know, regardless of your faith, regardless of what, you know, you believe in, there is a sense of hope. There's a sense of, you know, another way to believe. I guess belief is like the right word to use, and have hope. And, you know, we pray on this show. We talk about God on this show. We're blessed, you know, and I think that is so important to always incorporate, you know, regardless of what you believe in. Just your blessings, you know, and what you should be thankful for and everything. So I definitely think those are the 3 things that stand out to me that I take from the show.
Okay.
And what about yourself?
I just love, I guess my first one is the platform that we're giving these women. It really feels good. Like, once they get comfortable, you know, some of them takes a little bit longer to warm up, but once they get comfortable, they get to talking, like their eyes light up about their, you know, business, their job, you know, what they do for a living, their career. And it really gives these women a chance to really, you know, be happy and be proud of themselves for these moments, because a lot of the time, I know I've said this before, we're just going through the motions of life. So I think it really gives these women an opportunity to sit back and be like, wow, like, I really am, I'm the shit. Like, there's stuff going on where these ladies are really interested in what I have to say. So I think they always leave feeling really good about themselves, feeling empowered. And if they leave the couch, the Dynasty couch, feeling happy, empowered, inspired, they say the energy and the vibes were good, that means that we're doing our job.
I love that.
You know, so that's definitely the first one is, you know, the platform, the experience. Of course, that kind of goes hand in hand. The experience that they're having is really important to me. Are you comfortable? You know, we don't want our questions to seem intimidating or, you know, threatening. Like, we're having open dialogue. I don't like for it to seem, you know, like it's all, you know, like we like to let the conversation flow and really get to know our guest. So I think their experience is really important. So the platform itself, their experience, and then also the connection with you guys, the viewers. Like, is the message getting delivered? Are you learning something from what's being said? Was this episode worth uploading and delivering to the world on all streaming platforms? Like, was it worth it? Are you guys getting something from every episode? Is there enough variety for you all? So that are really, honestly, the 3 top things that are important to me.
I love that.
That's like the service aspect of it.
Absolutely. I love that, babe. I love that. Now, what would you say I know you asked me what I'd like to see more in the future. What about yourself? What is like a couple topics or different types of people or professions that you would like to get to know a little bit more about to tell our viewers?
I want to see some freaks of nature. I want to see a lizard woman like split tongues, and I want some of that. You know, and then maybe like some different. I want to see lizard woman. Or somebody like that. So if you are a sideshow freak, please. We need you on the Dynasty couch.
I mean, I got a couple friends that kind of have some split tongues and piercings. I can always make a call, sweetheart,
Let's do it. I love that. And then also just continue what we're doing is, giving women the platform, the opportunity to showcase themselves and, what they have to offer, what they bring to the table, and really giving them that time, like I said, to shine and bring it to the world. So I want to do more of that. And then maybe also some more, like I said, segments, cooking segments would be cool, or different, maybe like hair tutorials or just different stuff. Maybe have a chick who can do like taekwondo or fight or something and show us some moves, some more kind of stuff like that, like women athletes and stuff. I know we have had some, but that would be really...
I might have to get a pole sister or two out here and like do a move or two, like teach you as well. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Something interactive. It's a different type of workout for you. I know you're used to your regimen, but hey, why not?
Or even like a workout segment would be really kind of
that would be great.
Right.
That would be really great.
We can do that. So it's a lot of things that I think that we can also incorporate into the show going forward. But overall, I think I really love the message that has been delivered, to our audience.
Yeah.
And of course, we've been growing since we started, but it's been a journey.
It has. It's been a great journey.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
It really has.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm just like, wow, we've gone literally from West Coast to East Coast and all the way in between. We have hit all walks of like the US.
Yeah, we definitely have.
We have, truly. Because let's see, we had California with Jordan. We had Vegas.
We've had
Nevada. We've had Arizona. We've had Texas. We've had Louisiana.
New York. Of course, Philly.
Yeah, Philly, Georgia. We've had, literally just...
Right. Yeah.
Made our mark.
So I think variety, maybe some more people from other countries, like have a beautiful, has we interview like a beautiful Indian woman, or come and talk about your culture, stuff like that. So the best is yet to come.
Yes.
We are super, super excited about everything. And then how does Dynasty Queens make you feel? Like when you think of Dynasty Queens and the brand, what is the feeling that you get? What resonates with you the most? And we get to do this together.
Yeah. It's like a book that we're writing.
Okay.
I really feel like it's a live book. We're writing down and we're documenting all these amazing moments. We've always done that. We've always had our, podcasts on Instagram. And we talked about all kinds of things. So we're just going a little bit more in depth with what we started. So I feel like we were in a journal at the time.
Right, yeah.
And now we've graduated to the big book. So we're actually writing a book now. And documenting everything. Because if you think about it, Nia, every episode you have some kind of lesson that you learn from it. Just like in a book, you have chapters. And you go through those chapters and you find what really stands out to you. So I really feel like this is a series of books that we're writing.
Very true.
We're the J.K. Rowlings of the women empowerment world.
The J.K. Rowlings.
Yeah.
I just like to think of it as something that's positive, because if you look at a lot of social media, a lot of blogs, a lot of sites today, you look at reality television, everybody is fighting, bickering over pettiness, drama amongst women. So I think mainly of camaraderie. Amongst women, togetherness, unity. These are things that come to my mind when I think of Dynasty Queens. I think of uniting, like women coming together, joining forces, makes us more powerful together in a world where we have to work with men.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
We're learning who we are. We're modern day women. Of course, we're not going to put up with anything. And I just really love the opportunity that all these different women have to, come and just really express themselves and get it out. Because I think like I said, they feel so good, like when they are just like, wow.
Yeah.
That was really...
Is there anyone in particular that made you want to do more to help out, like either a situation or a disease or like something that's been going on that we don't know a lot about? Is there any guest that really just struck you to do more for the community?
I know we've interviewed a couple psychologists. Those people are always really great guests because they sit here and talk about, their practice as far as their ways of helping people cope with their depression or situation. So I always appreciate the therapists that we've interviewed. I know we've had several over the years, and they have different methods, to their therapy. So yeah, anyone that's come on here and talked about that, like mental health and stuff like that. I like some of our solo episodes about certain topics,
Oh yeah.
when we talked about mental health in, the African American community or the Black community or whatever, like those are really important issues that I think we had an idea early on of what this was going to be as far as the vast variety of topics that could be covered. But when we have awareness episodes, I love those, whether we have a guest or not. It's the awareness to me because it's, giving the community something that they can really take with them and be like, okay, all right, they're not just, up here cute or whatever, just gossiping like every other podcast.
Right.
No, we're actually giving you guys information that can potentially change your lives,
Exactly.
You're learning something every time that you watch because these people are sitting here, they're professionals.
Oh yeah.
They know how to get to the bag and make money. So if anything, please take notes when you watch,
Exactly. So you can get
That's
there.
what I can say. Yeah.
I think when Brandy came on, that really, we'd never heard of anything like that. We never heard of a case where, she's down and out, financially down and out, spiritually. And the fact that she's able to just come back like tenfold. I wanted to do so much. And I did my research to see like what you can do, what we can do for our sweet sister and like other people that are going through something similar. You know what I'm saying? Like legal system can be a bitch. Like I'm just going to say that right now. The legal system can be a complete bitch. And we have to come together and figure out like how to help. That podcast episode alone gave her so much hope, and I know she got a lot of tools from that, and it got a lot of outreach. So I'm very happy about that episode in particular because I know she needed that. She needed her story heard. She needed people to be aware of what's going on and how unfortunately how some medical places can be and how some legal systems can be as well towards people of color. So
yeah
I
agree with you.
Yeah.
Anything that's informative or can bring light to the community or just help people in general are, episodes that definitely stand out to me. Did we have a guest that you thought was really, like, just kept you laughing or just like, you were just like, oh my God, you were so funny?
Oh, girl, LSD
had you rolling?
Up. Yes.
Yeah, she was pretty funny.
She was great. And then also we had another comedian. I watch her stuff on Instagram all the time. Yeah.
Anissa, she was really funny too. Yeah.
She was hilarious.
She was from there. We've had some, Eva, we've had a lot of really funny women.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So comedians, we love y'all. Y'all keep us rolling on the Dynasty set.
It's just been, like I said, I can't even believe we're at 100 episodes. Y'all, of course, don't forget to let us know in the comments, what was your favorite episode and why? And, what impacted you the most, since we let you know exactly what, we thought about it. We want to know what you think. So don't forget to like and subscribe to Dynasty Queens and everything.
Yes. And hopefully to 100 more.
Oh, yes.
And beyond that let's just keep the monster we've created, keep it moving. Like everything, it has its ups and its downs, but above all it's had its ups.
Absolutely.
And it's been so exciting to be on this journey with you.
You as well.
And look, let's keep it going.
Let's go.
Let's keep it moving.
And of course, I am Pamela Nicole, and I've got my gorgeous co-host,
Nia J.
And this has been
Dynasty Queens, episode 100.
Woo!